In the last few programs, we explored several different ways of generating ideas. Hopefully, you now have a large pile of interesting thoughts in front of you. However, it's also possible that you have a worried look on your face because you've realized that you now have a new problem, and that is how to pick the best ideas from this pile. Fortunately, selecting and organizing the best ideas is exactly what this program is about. Before we go any further, we want to highlight a problem that often appears at this stage. Once people have created their list of ideas, they usually feel a strong desire to put some of them into action. Unfortunately, this desire for action tends to make people focus on the ideas that seem most likely to work. Now, there's nothing wrong with looking for practical solutions, particularly when time is tight. However, the reason you've invested all of this time in generating new and unusual ideas is because you need a really innovative solution. And one of the strange truths about inventing ideas is that the really interesting ones often seem a bit strange and risky. So even though we're asking you to select ideas, we want you to use your judgment in a positive way. In other words, we want you to look for all the possibilities in each idea before discarding any of them. All of the tools we're going to show you are designed to help you do this in a simple and organized way. The first tool we're going to teach you is called HITS, and we're going to demonstrate it using the ideas you generated for new ways to get fit. The idea behind HITS is to help you quickly identify those ideas that seem to catch your attention. All we want you to do is review your list of ideas and look for the ones that sparkle at you. Don't worry about their practicality. Just look for the ones that excite you. Put a star next to each of these hits. As you're looking through your list, make sure you're using positive judgment and not rejecting ideas too quickly. For example, perhaps one of your new fitness ideas is to take a ballroom dance class, but you want to reject that idea because you think you have 2 left feet. But what if you found a dance partner with 2 right feet who could help you overcome your limitations? Suddenly, your idea could be quite practical. Remember, solving invention problems requires us to come up with something new, and finding the new and exciting ideas means looking for the possibilities in every thought. Once you've identified and marked your sparkling ideas, you need to review the ones you didn't select. Now, this may sound like a waste of time. After all, you've just been through the list to pick out your favorite ideas. However, we've found that spending some time reviewing the rejected ideas can often produce some interesting new possibilities. We want you to go through the list of rejected ideas and ask yourself whether there's a way to modify any of those ideas into a workable solution. For example, perhaps you have no interest in learning to figure skate, but you do like ice rinks. All of a sudden you realize that you might want to try playing ice hockey. Now, if you manage to improve any of the rejected ideas, put a star next to them too. Once you've highlighted your selected ideas, the next thing to do is to create some groups to put them into. We categorized our ideas as indoor activities, outdoor activities, and things to do when we're traveling. Putting your ideas into groups helps you maintain an overview of your thinking. It can also help you select your best idea. For example, if you know that you're going to be traveling a lot, you might want to create your solution from the category Things to Do When I'm Traveling. Once your ideas are organized into groups, take a moment to review the problem statement, in what ways might I get fit, and then put a circle next to each of your 5 favorite ideas. Now, selecting your top 5 ideas is all very well, but how are you going to decide what to do with them? Well, obviously, you could just pick your favorite idea and get on with it. But sometimes it's possible to get a bit carried away with one's enthusiasm for an idea. So we want to show you another tool which helps you think about the options more rationally. The tool is called Card Sort, and the purpose of it is to carefully prioritize your options. It's very simple to use, but it's important to do the steps in the right order. First, we'd like you to open your workbook and find the page labeled Practice Card Sort. Write your top 5 ideas into the spaces provided. From the 5 ideas you've selected, we'd like you to pick the idea that best solves your problem. Rewrite that idea at the top of your paper, next to number 1. Next, out of the remaining 4 ideas, select the one that least solves your problem. Rewrite that idea next to number 5. Now go back through your remaining list and select the best idea, write it next to the number 2, go back to your list and pick the idea that least fits your problem, write that idea next to number 4, and that should mean that you've got 1 idea left, and that should be, you guessed it, number 3. Now you can do a card sort with as many ideas as you like. You don't need to stick to 5. Just remember, select the top idea, and then select the bottom idea, and then go back to the top. Work your way towards the middle. What you will have created when you finish the card sort is a carefully prioritized list of potential ideas. Today's program was about getting your invention ideas organized through the Convergent thinking tools, HITS and card sort. Now it's time to practice on your problem. So here's your homework for today. First, review the list of ideas you generated for your invention problem from yesterday's program. Using HITS, select the ideas that really catch your attention. Remember to use positive judgment to look for something new and to review the ideas you didn't select to see if any of them could be modified into workable solutions. Try placing the ideas into categories to see if that puts a new perspective on them. Second, practice a card sort with your top ideas. We'll use your number 1 idea in the next program. See you later.